Hello and welcome to a review for Portal 2, released in 2011. Portal 2. Oh, by the way, my hair's wet because I've just been in the shower. I didn't really play much of Portal 1 before Portal 2. I've since gone back and played it, now playing Portal 2. I watched my brother play it and it seemed very good. I just didn't think I got it at the time. Like, I didn't get the physics stuff and all that kind of thing and the idea of it. I distinctly remember buying Portal 2 and like thinking, I don't know if I'm wasting my money here because I could buy it and then look at a walkthrough for all the puzzles and just be lost and it'd be a waste of money. Um, Fortunately, that wasn't the case. And not only did I get the puzzles and enjoy the puzzles and just love figuring them out and not having too much trouble with a fair majority of them, actually. I don't mean to sound like big-headed or anything at all because it was just fun to figure them out. And obviously, there's a lot of them I got stuck on. And I looked through walkthroughs for a couple of them, definitely. But I actually got quite a lot of them, and I was really happy about it. And I was so worried that I wouldn't, and that it would just be a waste of money, and it really wasn't. And not only that, it was just really good. It's one of the best games I've ever played, and I think it is, if not my favourite of the year, it's very close. It would be even number 2 or 1 as it stands. The comedy is just so good. It's the funniest game I've ever played. The way the game kind of lures you into the story through comedy, and I mean there isn't much of a story, but it makes you want to do the next puzzle because you want to hear the next line of dialogue, whether it's Stephen Merchant or whether it's GLaDOS, Stephen Merchant as Wheatley, or GLaDOS, or Cave Johnson, J.K. Simmons as Cave Johnson. That it's just you get these 3 characters that are just so perfectly voiced and acted, and it just adds so much more joy to what was already a fun experience, just solving the puzzles. And it really is a triumph in video gaming. I think just to be able to blend that perfect sense of comedy with a video game, it's the best I've ever seen in terms of the two meeting. The puzzles themselves are interesting. There's a lot more elements than there were in the first one. They add a lot more things. Some things have gone, like the energy ball, and it's now lasers, which I actually prefer. Um, the jowls, the coloured jowls that do different things, like make you slow down or go faster or bounce or whatever, they're really interesting. Um, it's just nothing is ever unfair in that game. Like that's what I like about it, is nothing is ever punishing. It's all there for you to do. You just have to figure it out, and it's not harsh. Once you figure it out, you realise that okay, that's fair. You know, if I'd known that at the start, I would have realised if you'd done this and done that, it's within the realms of believability with the elements they give you. Obviously, not all believability, but within the elements they give you and the culture of the game is within its own sense of believability, so it's fine and it never feels cruel. Um, it's got one of the funniest endings I've ever seen in a game as well, which was really cool. And the song at the end's brilliant. Yeah, just check the game out. It did really well critically, and I think it did pretty well in sales as well. I'm not too sure, but um, if you didn't pick it up, do yourself a favour and pick it up now. Especially if you're maybe someone who has been playing like Call of Duty, and like most people, Call of Duty these days are getting really bored of first-person shooters, like I am. Um, Check it out. I mean, I didn't check it out because of that. I played it ages ago, but um, do check it out. It's really good. Um, as I say, one of my favourite games of the year, if not my favourite.